Hello again, and welcome. It has been a while since I put out a video that I produced fully myself and that I've opened up to the public. I've got plenty out and that have been put on, but they're private, they're for other purposes. So, it has been 1 year since I finished the HTC program. Right? Here we go. I have proof. I went through. They actually cut these out, May 2nd of 2019. So I know that's hard to see from where you're at, but the fact is, I went through. It's done. I completed it. I have been closing full time from home since April of 2019. So let's talk about it. Now look, there's a lot of controversy that goes on between whether the HTC program is a scam or not, whether Dan Lok is a scam or not, and look, he's not. All right? Plain and simple, it's not. No, maybe it doesn't do what some people believe it should. Maybe some people have not been able to produce results from the information that was gained. Their lack of gain is not a direct depiction of what Dan Lok teaches or the HTC program. I know hundreds of people personally that I still talk to that went through the program that are currently making a living doing exactly this. Maybe not all of them have hit a 5-figure month yet, but they're working on it. I didn't hit my first 5-figure month until March of this year, just a couple months, right? So it is possible. Is it going to happen in 3 to 6 months? Maybe. Depends on you. However, all that being said, don't join the HTC program. Not a good idea. Not something that's needed. Not something that is going to be as productive as it should be. I will admit that. Now, they didn't break any promises to me. Okay? Not in any way, shape, or form. I got everything out of the HTC program that I expected to get. It was a great foundation for where I'm going. I have easily made back my initial investment. I have gotten a return on investment many, many times over. I do not regret having went through the program at all. However, there are many places out there now, including my own program, where the investment's quite a bit small. So there are plenty of other places out there to learn sales. This is not a advertisement for my program. I'm not even going to put a link to my program in the description or anywhere else. Not what I'm trying to do. However, the fact is, I do now teach people to do exactly what I do. I have plenty of social proof. I have plenty of backup for what I can do. I'm not even here to try to convince anybody how much money I'm making. I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what I'm doing. My family and friends know what I'm doing. That's all that really matters. But I have topped more than $10,000 a month consistently for the last 2 months. I plan on doing the exact same thing next month again. It can be done. The HTC program opened my eyes to what was possible and to what could be and helped to build me into where I am now. I started off closing for some small agencies, making $400 or $500 a pop on a close, maybe getting, 1 or 2 closes a month when I first started. I moved into working with a team and closing for some 2 Comma Club influencers that are at a much higher level. And from there, I started to see a lot more success and I started to grow. People began coming to me, asking me, how can I do what you're doing? How is it that I went through HTC as well, but I'm not producing the same results? What do you do different? And it got so much that I couldn't continue to work with people one-on-one, so I went ahead and put my program together at a much, much lower investment level to help people learn and to bring them along with me. One of the kids that works with me right now, he's 15 years old. He's closed 3 $40,000 packages in the last 3 weeks. What I do works. I can teach it. I can prove that it works. However, again, this isn't an advertisement for my program or what's going on. I just want to let you know the reality of the situation. Closing is a skill. Sales is a skill. And all closing is a fancy name that people have tacked on to sales. That's all it is. Anybody can do this. Anybody can have this kind of success. And anybody that tells you you can't, well, then you're going to let them control what you do if you listen to that. Have them come talk to me. I can prove what I do. I can show them how it's possible. Most likely, if they tell me their story, I can help them find where they lost track a little bit and help them to get online to build back into being able to do this and make an income. But let me tell you this, I will promise you that anybody that claims that HTC is a scam or does not do what they say it will is doing so for one of two reasons. Either one, and the most prominent, they have another program that they're trying to promote and tell people works better to get them into. Or two, they didn't put in the time, the effort, the imagination, and the persistence to make it work, and now they're mad at themselves for not being able to do it and want to blame it on somebody else. Those are the only two types of people that have anything negative to say about the program. Right? Now, yes, I guess if you say calling it a bit overpriced as a negative, then okay, fine. Somebody who's honest will tell you that yes, it is a little overpriced. And no, it doesn't show people how to get to 5 figures a month within 3 or 4 months. But I was also never promised that. I've never seen a video that Dan Lok or a company that he owns produced saying that that's what it would do. Now, if another student who graduated made that promise, that's not Dan's fault. Now look, I don't want to sit here and defend Dan Lok for too much longer because, I really don't like the man. I don't like his business model. I don't like the way he's done a lot of things. They kicked me out of HTC and out of the inner circle because I found success elsewhere and I was sharing it with other HTC members. And so Dan Lok gets very jealous if somebody learns from somebody other than him, which I find comical because he himself has admitted to having multiple mentors. So, he's not the most consistent or moral guy. I admit that. That doesn't mean that the HTC program itself does not do what I was told it would do. It has put me on the path that I needed to. I have been working from home for a year now. Absolutely thrilled with it. I now close for Bob Proctor's #1 consultant. I make multiple 10 figures a month, and that continues to grow. And not only that, but I teach other people how to do it along with me. So, hate on Dan Lok all you want. Hate on HTC all you want. It's absolutely up to you. I'm not going to argue with anybody and try to convince them because I know what I've done. My name and my results are in testimonies. In some people's webinars and in some people's websites and businesses because of what I've been able to do with it. Stop looking for a guru. Stop letting other people tell you what can or cannot be done with information. Stop listening to somebody else's opinion of what a program or a piece of information can or cannot do for you. Because they don't know. If they're honest, they'll tell you that it could work for you even if it didn't for them. Just because somebody else wasn't able to make any type of result out of something does not mean that the information itself is fallible and wrong. Not in any way. That's like saying somebody that was driving a Ford and had a flat tire must mean all Fords have flat tires and are going to blow tires all the time. All vehicles are going to here and there. You're going to have a failure here and there. To listen to 1 or 2 or 5 or 100 people that say this guy must be a scam, I can show you a couple of thousand that are doing exactly what I'm doing or more than what I'm doing. And producing results with the information that they started obtaining through the HTC program. Again, I wouldn't recommend going through it. There are other less expensive ways of doing it now. That does not change that what's there produces. When you put in the time, you put in the effort, and you stay persistent with it, like any other business or business venture that you get into. If somebody joined and didn't get enough results that they wanted within 6 months, and they decided to turn and say that Dan Lok or HTC was a scam, they're the ones that failed, not the program. There's my 2 cents. There's where I'm from. I hope y'all are having an absolutely wonderful day, and we will talk later.